For months, I've been walking on eggshells, feeling the warmth in our marriage fade into something cold and hollow, though I couldn't quite explain why. Every smile from her seemed forced, every touch distant, as if she were quietly retreating from the life we had built together. I tried talking. I tried reasoning. I even tried pretending everything was fine, hoping the cracks would somehow close on their own. But deep down, I knew she was slipping away. And the uneasy suspicion that had been gnawing at me finally hardened into truth. Our marriage was dying. It was a Thursday night when I made my choice. She'd mentioned, almost offhand, that she would go out to dinner with a friend, her favorite Italian place downtown. My stomach tightened as I asked a few harmless questions. She shrugged them off with that light, carefree smile that used to make my heart ache. And that's when I knew this was the moment, the perfect time to face the betrayal I had long suspected. I didn't want to shout. I didn't want to beg. I wanted the truth to speak for itself, sharp, cold, undeniable. I printed the divorce papers at home. The ink was still warm, the words staring back at me like a warning I couldn't ignore. My hands trembled, not from fear, but from a strange mix of relief and finality. I folded the pages neatly, slipped them into an envelope, and tucked it inside her purse, the one I knew she'd take with her. Then I left the house, calm on the outside, even though inside a storm was brewing. By the end of that night, I knew nothing would ever be the same again. Around 8 p.m., she texted me, "On my way. See you later, Red Heart." The heart emoji stung, a lie etched into pixels. I didn't reply. Instead, I went to the park nearby, sitting on my favorite bench, the one with a clear view of the restaurant but hidden enough for me to stay unseen. I sipped coffee slowly, pretending to read, though my eyes never left the entrance. Then she appeared, radiant, wearing a black dress that hugged her perfectly, laughing at something her companion said. A sharp ache twisted through me, part envy, part sorrow. That was the woman I had loved, the one I had trusted, now laughing with another man while I sat in the shadows of what used to be our life. But this wasn't about jealousy. This was about truth, about unmasking the reality behind the late nights, the flirtatious texts, the empty reassurances. I waited until she leaned down to grab her purse. That was the moment her fingers brushed the envelope. I watched her pause, confusion flickering across her face as she pulled it out. Then came disbelief. Then horror. She tore it open. And there it was, the paper she never thought she'd see like this, cutting through the air between us like a blade. Her eyes darted around, searching. She saw me. Across the street, standing still. She froze. The laughter vanished. Realization hit her like ice. What is this?" she whispered, her voice shaking but still defiant. I rose slowly, letting her feel the distance that now divided us. "That," I said evenly, "is the truth. Our marriage is over." My tone was calm, but inside I was breaking. I continued quietly. "I try to believe you still love me, but tonight, prove you don't." Her hands trembled as she looked down at the papers, then back to man beside her, his smile gone, replaced by an uneasy silence as the weight of her secret filled the space between them. This is ridiculous," she stammered. "We can fix this." "I didn't mean—" I shook my head. "You've been living a lie, laughing with him, texting behind my back, pretending everything's fine while you betray me. This isn't fixable. Not tonight. Not ever." Her lips parted, to argue, to apologize, maybe even to beg, but no words came. The envelope in her hand said more than any excuse could. I stepped closer, my voice still soft, steady. "I didn't want to humiliate you. I didn't come to make a scene. I just needed you to know that I see it all now, and I won't be part of it anymore." Tears streamed freely down her face, raw and unfiltered, but they couldn't undo what she'd done. If anything, they only sealed it. The man beside her shifted awkwardly, unsure whether to speak. But it didn't matter. This was between her and me. No one else could touch this moment. I turned away, my chest heavy but my mind clear. I could feel her eyes on me as I walked. But I didn't look back. Each step away from her felt like reclaiming a part of myself I'd been losing for months. The restaurant, the laughter, the lies, all of it faded behind me, replaced by a strange, peaceful silence. Later that night, my phone buzzed. A message from her. Please, we can talk. I didn't mean for this. I didn't answer. Because some things, once broken, can't be repaired. And some truths, once revealed, can never be unseen. The divorce papers weren't just ink and paper. They were the end. The undeniable proof that love can't survive deceit, no matter how beautifully it's disguised. Sitting alone in my quiet apartment, I realized something I'd always known but never accepted. Betrayal doesn't just destroy trust. It kills the version of yourself that still believes in forever. And yet, in the wreckage, there's a strange kind of freedom, the clarity that comes when you finally walk away from what no longer deserves you. Tonight, I walked away. Tonight, I took my life back. And for the first time in months, I felt free.